Hey guys, I'm Cass here for Light Electronic Music Tutorials, episode 320 guys. This is 320 episode of me making music in real time so I can show you the real music production process from A to Z. What I do in about 30 to 40 minutes is basically I lay down the basic of a track and I turn it into a template that we put on our site, wemakedancemusic.com, that you can get for 10, 15 bucks depending on how complex and how long it is. So basically you watch this tutorial, if you like the track that's playing right now, this is the track that I made with this, and today I'm making some progressive. So progressive, it's a bit trancey, it's not gonna go really into trance or prog trance, but it's 130 BPM, good energy, good vibe, you know, not so much progressive house, you know, somewhere in between progressive house and trance I would say. Might input some melodic techno kind of bit infused kind of thing in there. This is a genre I like to do that I've been doing guys for over 20 years to be honest. Some of the first tracks that I've done were tracks like this, had 128, 130. Well, I tried to dig some new sounds, you know, I always try when I make music to come up with new ideas, not like I want to sound like Tiesto, I want to sound like someone. It's like I'm trying to dig, and when I hear something that sounds different to me, that sounds distinct, I put it in the track, and this is all about the creative process. So you guys are gonna see everything that I am doing, and we're gonna start right now. 130 BPM. What I've done is I dropped like a C major like chord in there, very simple chord I got for free on the internet. Stuff nice. And basically I build a few drums, you know, so I save you a little bit of the time. I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color region by track, or blue region by track, so you can tell what is what. So basically the pad at the top here, which I actually played with quite a lot. I really like this kind of airy kind of thing. And with Alchemy you can do a lot of things. Sorry guys, if you're on Windows, you cannot get Alchemy. Actually, if you don't use Logic, you cannot use Alchemy. So that's it. Alchemy is Alchemy. But if you get the template for another DAW, you're gonna get that sound still in there. You're gonna be able to use sampled into your own template. Build some basic drums, kick, snare, hats, rolling hats here, rolling hats, normal hats. So this, take down a little bit. These pads here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give myself a bit of length. Oh, there's also this thing that I use, guys, Sound ID. So that profile for headphones to make them sound flat, because well, they sell those as flat headphones. They tend to, you know, as you see, they've been corrected quite a bit, and since I use that, it does make a big difference on my output. So 1, 2, 3, so I have a bit of length so I can work. I want to record some keys, do some things. But anyway, we'll start with the bass line, guys, as we are doing dance music, and bass is very important in dance music. Simply replicate the MIDI part here, drop the top end, so you see there's going to be bass in the top end. And then I was thinking I had a pattern in mind actually earlier, so turn. So I'm going to actually select all of them, then size them, and then leave a space. So I do every 3, so 1, 2, 3, and then from the start of it another 1, 2, and 3. So that's about it. This and this. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the result I'm looking for, but I will give it a try. I think this is what I had in mind. Bass pattern in general, basic, guys. I mean, unless you're doing, I don't know what type of electronic music, but most, you know, you have to groove, you have to make people move, so it's not necessary to go very complex, very... Well, I've done some tracks that have quite complex bass line. It's not always ideal, and the sound I'm going to use too, let's... I think I can even go higher. I'm going to try. I like it lower, but I'm not 100% certain. Because it doesn't have the kind of hump that I'm looking for at the higher part. Yeah, definitely can feel much more of the low end. And this one, let's have a look at the frequency. We could always layer them, you know, if I really wanted to go over the top, I'm gonna take them, break them up 12 semitone, not 19 but 12 only, and then you can try to do like a bass chord. Let's hear it. I'm gonna make sure I have enough voices in there. A lot of reverb. Oh, because there is a reverb here. Definitely don't need this reverb for that. I wanted to see voices. Aha, there's only one. This is why. Yeah. Ah, now we're talking. Maybe just two. So we have. Maybe I'll retrigger them. All voices too. So one, so obviously mono. Two, at least we're triggering both keys, which is quite important, I would say. I'm gonna go back into simple mode, open. So that could be good. What I do is I lower the volume and open it a little bit so you can really hear it more, but not too much. This pad seemed to be taking a lot of space in the low end. I could hear it. I could hear that a lot better into the speakers with the sub here. But I could hear there was something not quite right. So now that we have an element, I'm going to push it to the back a little bit. And I'm going to really cut the low end. And I think the pad would be nice if I would sidechain it. So I'm going to take here, do dynamics, compressor, kick. So of course I'm using the kick to sidechain to the pad, so I'm getting it to pump. Then I can lower the volume and the peaks will be more audible. I think would be nice after this would probably be I think an ARP would be good. You can do ARPs in different ways, like doing with the bass here. I'm gonna take a Ferry. So I'm gonna do like an Arpeggiator MIDI effects here, which is always nice. So this is the bass. Maybe not. Maybe yes. So there's two harps. So there's this harp here and then there's a harp in Alchemy. Quite a difference really. There's some files here with some very interesting preset, pumping group. Oops. To a perform. Of course we're dealing with the bass here, so definitely not the best, but allowing this first note here is too hard. Definitely more interesting. I'm going to go into my sequence here. I'm going to copy the sidechain into this. I'm going to stick with this pattern. Play with the mode here. basic one here. Not super sold on this. I mean, it's easy to do this. I'm also want to compose a melody, but this is to put that in the groove. It's always interesting. No, I do not like this, so I actually like better the arm that we have here. Quite a lot more character. So of course we have all the synth parameters here. We could cut the decay a little bit, make it more plucky. Not quite trance. I would like to call this progressive. And I would like to find some synth or something that I can play. Look at the keys a little bit, see where we're at. Okay. Remove the arp, of course. I'm gonna go to Alchemy. I'm gonna give myself a lot of reverb because it's kind of nice. And I'm gonna go into. I think I'm gonna go into keys. Some lead to have more or something maybe glassy. Something a little bit different. It's fun to play with. Interesting, not blowing my mind. That I like right away, so try to record a little bit the sequence. First note is missing, which I believe was a C. Oh, I went a bit too far. If I cut this bit because I like better those key flow here. this. So what I can do is add this melody as first, and then try to add an element to bridge those two parts. I do like this kind of glassy sound. This has like gases indeed. So what I'm going to do is I think I will take the first key here and I will make a bridge between those two with hopefully these two elements here, but in a very, I think in a different fashion, I would say. This, so we'll go into another sound. Oof, not quite what I was looking for. Melody, counter melody. The harp here, to my liking right now, is taking quite a bit of room in the mix. I will tame it to have it as a groove. So you have the bass here. The harp should sit on top a little bit. Again, I'm going to go and cut the lows because it takes a lot of the low end. I mean, this is a good start, like a few lines, compose, some pads. Let's cut the harp. So what I like to cut an element and think, okay, what could make the track fuller if this element is not there? And I'm thinking definitely some percussions. There's a scoop here. Whoa, this is not what I wanted. Oh, this is where I get my free chords, guys. Oh, you can check this out. Sound 7 free MIDI chords. Nice. I actually did a search MIDI chord and this came up, and I mean, wow, this is good stuff. It's a freebie here, guys. Okay, I'm going to use the perk thing. key is, a bit higher. Let's put it up. I would think I would call that dreamy progressive, guys. It's quite dreamy, it's my style. I think some nice shakers in there would also work very well. Put those full in there. And then mix them hopefully properly. Some things are harder to mix than others. Is there a tom there? There's some perks, perk, bleep, horn, siren, noise, sidechain. I don't get any toms, guys, so we'll have to go in here, replicate this channel. Oh no, we go in here, replicate this channel. I'm gonna go and probably take like a classic 909. Take this perk loop here, perk MIDI, pick it, drop it in there, go into tom lows, too high for those toms, up, shift, down. Not yet. Needs to go low. Let's put on some volume. Okay, now we're talking. Gonna put some and not quite. So this is pushing kind of a heartbeat kind of thing. I think I would like some little congas at the top of that too with some delays. Up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the pattern. I'm going to answer those drums with the congas. Send it to the delay. Of course it has to be mixed properly, guys, which I cannot really do so well in my headphones, but now I have a bit more substance. We're going to turn back this arp. What would be nice to have on there too, when I'm going more into the track, is to have some stat hits. Something that will mark those beats. So we're going to turn up the arp. Of course, I'm going to give it again. We go in there and do some beats. Too high, too low. You guys glide to this. Let's try something else. Because they are monophonic, it's create a cool effect. I like this first one actually. also listening to what's happening is I think I will move it there because the keys are hitting. So see what I mean? This is basically because I have my lead going. If I try to put this on top of it, it kind of distracts from the main lead element. So now I'm separating it by moving it forward. So the lead hits and then this hits. This is more like a background kind of thing again. Because I think we have what we need already to make a full track. And guys, this is gonna be it for episode 320 of Your Life Electronic Music Tutorials. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna make it into a track, I'm gonna mix it in the speaker here, I'm gonna take the time to make this into a really good track where I would release it. I'm gonna put it on the site, wemakenoisemaking.com, and you can get it for about $10. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, may the sounds be with you guys.